Today we're talking about Jeremy Fragrance. Let's get a round of applause, guys. Let's get a round of applause. Frankie loves Jeremy Fragrance. Come on, Frankie. Come on. Come on, come on. Come on, Frankie. Let's get a round of applause. Jeremy, woo!
I'm erected physically simply seeing you talk.
This guy has actually fallen off the deep end, and I'm blown away by it. I've been enamored by his behavior for quite a while.
Still don't know how to talk about the topic of masturbating. It's difficult, man. I do it, but I don't. And, you know, it's like if I can be that honest, but it's simply to boost my power type of vibe.
He's shown off different fragrances. He's acted insane. He talks about insane shit.
I had a woman. She tried to sue me for. My father died.
He just drops truth bombs that are like not awesome red pilling facts. He just talks. His thoughts become words, and he puts it on TikTok or Instagram or whatever the.
Today I did not jerk off before my video, which I normally do, but I keep my semen to have a maximum impact.
We got this guy showing off his goods. We got this guy licking poisonous scents. We got this guy coughing up tonsil stones.
What was that? Was that something out of my nose?
Well, we get this guy everywhere. No star has ever shone quite as bright as Jeremy Fragrance. Jeremy has centered his life around his namesake, fragrance.
Versace blue jeans is a very cheap, high status, because it's Versace, long-lasting fragrance. Cheap, long-lasting Versace fragrance. That's blue jeans.
More than that, however, Jeremy is a guy who lives for picture-perfect moments, who can flaunt his success and his lifestyle. He modeled quite a bit, all right? He's handsome. He looks a little rough now, but he used to be a handsome son of a... He's not quite as active in the modeling scene nowadays, all right? He used to look like this. He used to be very handsome, like, whoa, this guy's shockingly attractive. This guy's handsome as shit. What is even happening right now? What is this? Are we leaning in for a kiss? To this. And he looks like he's got something wrong with him or something. Like there's something going on. I don't know what the this is, but like people's eyes don't look like that. As you can see, there are times in which he does it better than most. And sometimes he just kind of looks fucking scary. But most of the time, he does it better than most. He has impeccable style. He's carefully groomed. He's a very handsome man, and his quirkiness, that is a part of his character, it shines through. And it's shown through occasionally, but now it really is insane. But before, it was just like, oh, there's a couple funny moments. Oh, he slipped and he fell. Haha, he's dancing. He's busting a move. Jeremy has known himself forever, and he wanted us to kind of know who he actually was. And he couldn't keep that information to himself anymore. He started sharing this, all these quirks, everything with everyone all the time. He'd show you how to style your hair and smell like him on his social media platforms.
What's up, guys? This is Jeremy, and I'm gonna teach you how to style your hair. You need a hair dryer, hair gel, hairspray, and the last thing, you need fiber, okay? As you can see, every product is 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 strength.
Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, this guy looks kind of familiar. Yeah, that's right. Jeremy Williams. Ever heard of him? Musician? Boy band member? You may be shocked to find out that Jeremy Fragrance wasn't always the #1 fragrance icon who follows the teachings of Jesus Christ. Before, during the dark times, he went by another name, Jeremy Williams, a musician who feels like he seems like a boy band leader. He's actually an excellent singer. He's very talented.
It's the most beautiful time of the year.
And this is the era in which he perfected his weird dancing skills, his crunk. This man became a sensation of TikTok, impressing many with his style, his dance, and attention to presenting himself as a well-manicured fellow on the cutting edge of the fragrance world. According to the Daily Mail, he supposedly even impressed the president of Pakistan and received an invite to the country. That's high praise, all right? The president of Pakistan, oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Good day, guys. Jeremy Fragrance here in Pakistan, baby. Check out these perfume bottles, man. Have you ever seen something like this? Okay. But have you ever seen a perfume bottle like this? I'm here with 2 Turkish superstars, which I will show you right now, that represent these 2 fragrances, guys.
Isn't that where Bin Laden was killed? In Islamabad? I think it was. Or I might be mixing him up with someone else. What is Islamabad? Where is that? Oh, that's the capital of Pakistan. That's right. That's where he was killed. Anyways, Jeremy Fragrance claims to be friends with Charlie Sheen and has recorded videos with him.
So I want to gift you my fragrance. It's by the same man who made Aqua di Joe. You know that, or Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger. Yeah. So this is a fresh fragrance for men, and it's made in Germany.
It's amazing.
And I gift you this.
Thank you so much.
It's called The Office, meaning smell great in the day in the office.
Okay.
In 2022, he appeared on Germany's version of the TV show Big Brother, and this is perhaps when Jeremy was on top of his game and he had the world in his hand. Aside from right now, okay? Around this time, Jeremy began to change and act sort of bizarre and strange, and he's been sent on a trajectory that carries him to today. Off the deep end. Jeremy Fragrance has developed quite an online reputation for being a slightly zany, wacky character. This has helped draw an audience to his videos and create a community surrounding his fragrances. You might be thinking, well, why would he do this? He sells fragrances. He sells fragrances. Like, that's what he does. And all these people looking at him as a spectacle, eventually they'll just buy something from him. I've bought fragrance from him. I don't know why. I just did. Have I used it? No, I hate it. It gives me a migraine. It smells like shit, too. Also, fragrances and perfumes are terrible for you. They're terrible things you shouldn't put on your skin, so don't do it. Or at least put it on your clothes. Okay, you can do it for sure. Definitely do it, because you stink like shit, but put it on your clothes. Sorry, don't put it on your body. Don't put it on your body, especially not as much as Jeremy Fragrance does. At the end of the day, just do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. He has worked hard for his fame, and now he should get to enjoy it, right, guys? Wrong! At some point in his career, a switch flipped in Jeremy's head and he became noticeably unhinged. And while this did grow his audience even more, some people began to comment how strange this weirdo had become. In 2020 or 2021, Jeremy moved to Miami, Florida, and excited to begin showing off new fragrances on the beautiful beaches of Florida. Around this time, people also began to notice changes in his content. The first noticeable change was in his physical appearance. Jeremy was always in incredible shape since he had begun uploading videos over a decade ago. People have always commented that he is a handsome looking person with a beautiful, beautiful, handsome body. Now, age is something that will affect us all, but people began to notice how much he aged over the course of 2 years, like Obama in 2008 to 2012. Holy that's a different guy. That's how he felt in 2 years, but instead of Obama and the weight of the world on his shoulders, it's Jeremy Fragrance, and he's the #1 fragrance icon who follows the teachings of Jesus. Before and when he first arrived in Miami, his skin was more youthful. He seemed honestly more normal, but after about 2 years, people have noticed that his skin and face have dramatically aged. He's 35, by the way, and he was only 31, over 30 here, and now he's aged so much, dude. He went through a glow down. I mean, he looks scary. It's weird. It isn't just age. Something else has got to be going on. On top of this, he began to exhibit bizarre behavior that was even stranger than before.
Show yeah, baby! Power! All right.
This is a confidence-boosting fragrance DNA that was developed for me, seriously.
For example, in his videos, it wouldn't be abnormal for him to be out on the street and ask people which scent that they thought was better. He was always a bit awkward, but he generally was respectful. After moving to Miami, his interviewing style began to change. In one video, a fan is asking for a picture, and while she is posing for the picture, he straight up just smells her hair without permission and guesses the fragrance that she uses.
Hey, I guess she smells like tonka bean and vanilla in your hair. Yeah. And you said I'm right.
Oh, that's power! Ah, power! Strange, yeah. Don't smell people. Real talk. Shut up. Shut up. Be quiet, bitch. She's a dog. It's fine if I call her because she is. Literally is. She's a female dog. Shut up. She loves it too. Look at her. She's like, what? What'd you say to me, monkey boy? Real talk, though, that is definitely breaking some boundaries. And he does this all the time. I mean, there's hundreds of videos of him leaning in for a sniff for people. And if you go on my my Wikitubia, that's one of my quotes. Lean in for a sniff. Jeremy took that shit to another level, all right? In another video, he is shirtless inside what looks to be a cafe or potentially a library. Hopefully not, but that would be funny. And he asks a random woman what they think the sexiest fragrance is for a man. And when a random woman struggles to come up with a specific name of a scent, he becomes restless and starts listing off random scent names until the random stranger picks one.
Sexy men's fragrances. Let's see if this woman will respond. Can you tell me what fragrance is sexy for men? Which do you like for guys? What is a sexy fragrance? Dior Sauvage, Creed Aventus, Bleu de Chanel. Do you know?
Chanel.
You like Bleu de Chanel?
Some other odd behaviors include running around a stranger's car in circles after they asked him for a photo and brought him gifts.
Hey guys, I'm running all the time because these guys want to do a picture with me. Man, but I told them, hey guys, but I gotta keep running because I'm running the whole time. They even got some gifts for me, man. It's sick. What do you got?
He told them he could not stop running and then demanded that their favorite fragrances be told to him.
Flowers or what?
Thursday. No.
What?
Something to eat.
Something to eat? I got something to eat here. You got dates or what? No?
No.
What is this? Is it
This is
spiciness?
It's spicy Naschzipfel.
Tell me what fragrance is sexy. Tell me.
Very odd. Another thing to note is how frail and skinny Jeremy kind of looks. Normally he's shredded as but it looks like he's lost a lot of muscle mass. His ribs are fairly prominent. He's got like this little punch, this little like, it's not like he's fat. It's just like a little bloated goblin belly. He's got a little bloated goblin belly. He's got one of these going. I promise I don't have a boner. Maybe the most infamous clip of Mr. Fragrance occurred earlier this year when he was reviewing black tie for men on I presume, a Miami beach. In showing his excitement for the fragrance's smell, Jeremy yells his signature phrase, "Power!" But this time, a small white speck flew out of his mouth and onto the ground. And that's disgusting.
Power! What was that? Was that something out of my nose?
It was big enough for Jeremy and the entire audience to notice. He only pauses for a moment and says, "I coughed something out while screaming power." Sorry.
Oh, I coughed something out while screaming power. I'm sorry. Well, that was a bit ugly, but okay.
That is so weird. What the? That's so weird. I also have to share with you guys, I used to get, sometimes I would get tonsil stones like once a quarter, maybe a couple times a year, like 3 or 4 times a year. And now I don't. And I don't know why. I haven't gotten one in a long time. I take care of my teeth the same, do the same shit. The only difference is I started eating Sour Boy sour candy. Go to sour.gg and buy some candy. Use code POWER for 15% off. Hey, shut up. I'll make the code right now so you guys can see. Here we go. Let's go with POWER. Power with 3 R's. Power with 3 R's. Okay, that's the code. Let's do 20% off and let's limit it to, let's do 200 uses again. All right, maybe we'll do a little more in the future, but these things sell out really quickly. It's pretty funny doing this. I love doing it. This is my favorite way to market my own candy product. It's candy, by the way. It's sour licorice. We have gummies. We've got sour licorice. We release a new flavor of sour licorice every single week at Friday, 3 Central Standard. And I lied about the tonsil stone thing. Actually, it kind of does line up, but it's because I started taking, I know why. It was a joke. It was a lead-in. Go to sour.gg and buy some candy today. Once again, feel free to try the fruit gummies. They're amazing.
I'm so excited, like, this is our new brand of candy. Which one should I try first? I'll go with this, like, greenish orange one. Oh my god.
Or the sour licorice belts. They're awesome.
If you're not the biggest fan of sour candy, but you want something kind of sour, this is the flavor that you want to go to. This is really good. Oopaville, in your video, you kind of downplay how good your candy really is.
We got some new gummy flavors coming very soon and like just so much stuff. I'm really excited. I love this brand. It's my brand. It's my family's brand. It's our brand. It's awesome. I love it. Anyways, thank you to Sour Boys for sponsoring this video. And also, if you become a Gump Club member to get uncensored videos in your fourth wall feed, you get access to some cool Sour Boy stuff. Like, I think there's free shipping. I'm pretty sure the first month's free as well. So it's like really bad for us. We lose a ton of money, but also really cool. And I love it. And I'm so appreciative of you guys. Power! There it is. There's a link. sour.gg/promo/power. He continues the review as if nothing happened. I thought that was a good spot to, you know.
This is the fragrance where my famous video started, where I'm screaming power, because this is so powerful that I was impressed by it.
The video would blow up for obvious reasons. It's insane and people thought it was funny, and it fully demonstrated the true unhinged nature of Jeremy Fragrant. Jeremy the Flagrant. Would you throw that down, you dumb little bastard? You dumb bastard, you dumb as you dumbass. Fans began to speculate what exactly had come out of this mouth. Some guessed it was snot, others guessed it was food. However, the running theory is that it was just a massive tonsil stone that was dislodged when he screamed, "Power!" Beyond all of this, he has begun to review more than just colognes and fragrances. In the past, he's talked about scents of other things, often comparing the scent he's reviewing to another object. However, now he is just reviewing the other things, like Nutella.
I'm doing it. I used to be addicted to this. I'm smelling this now for the first time since a long time.
Pizza. He says the pizza smells so good he wants to it.
The smell of pizza. Okay, let's smell it. I want to have sex with this pizza.
And toothpaste as well.
Oh, man, this smells good. I didn't eat since about 30 hours. And toothpaste has sweetener in it. So this is not just mint.
So, why are we talking about Jeremy Fragrance today? Why exactly are we? It's not just because he's unhinged. It's like, oh, this is funny. This is another level upon this. A lot of people online speculate that this man has gotten addicted to drugs. I'm not going to specify that, but I am going to point out that a lot of people say it, and it is kind of funny. People think he's on cocaine, and there are videos of him where he's got powder under his nose, but I believe it's a joke. I believe it's a joke that he's doing, but I'm not sure. But if we were to dive into this hypothetical with some level of, genuine, earnest curiosity, cocaine usage is an appetite suppressant. Makes people lose a bit of weight, okay? A 2008 study conducted at Cornell University by nutritionist doctors Jennifer Cohen and Carol Devine claimed that men in recovery from cocaine addiction showed signs of eating disorders and weight gain. But while on cocaine, they lost weight. The results of the study concluded that the switch from using to not using was akin to a behavioral change, and that the use of the drug was replaced by food, which is very interesting and fascinating, the way that certain drugs work with your brain. Food also kind of a drug in a sense. However, a more recent study from 2013 conducted by Cambridge University suggested that the weight loss found in cocaine users was not a direct result of cocaine usage, but from other things such as increased consumption of nicotine and alcohol, which are known appetite suppressants and, on top of the potential for cocaine use. Most of the 65 male participants were on cocaine and reported higher consumption of each substance, leading to the conclusion that cocaine is not directly related to weight loss as a result of this conclusion. And it's more so your lifestyle. You're not eating, you're smoking and drinking and snorting cocaine, which makes sense to me. It's like, if you choose something to base your life around, that being cocaine, you're probably gonna end up doing the things that are based around that, whether or not you like it. For example, I love my friends, and as a result of that, I feel great and very grateful for my friends who are around me all the time, the people that I get to work with, people who work on this video. I think about sometimes the audience. I don't like to think of you guys as individual people. I think of you more so as just numbers. Just kidding. I do try to sometimes think that there are individual people watching this video. It's very difficult to do that because I'm a stupid human, but when I do, I feel incredibly grateful, and I'm like, that's so overwhelming and just insane. I'd rather just see you all as numbers. Way easier. But I'm just joking around, just jacking around. So anyways, cocaine's next for me. So could Jeremy have gotten addicted to cocaine after moving to Miami? Sure, but he has outright denied using any drugs in his entire life. He's high on life power. When defending himself, he continues the same moxie that he has in all of his other videos and just shows a salad with random white powder covering it, which he claims to be protein powder.
So some people think I take drugs, and it's funny. If I would, this is protein powder.
He also says that he eats it with his hand before talking about the negative effects of drugs.
If I would really put this under my nose because I eat it with my hands, it would look like that. But again, guys, since I'm doing this since 7 years, every day, power. If you take drugs or some type of unbalanced stimulant, let's say you got power for 1 day or 2 days, but you're done for 10 days and you're addicted, you're a slave to it. I'm got the drug energy without drugs, guys. Thank you. I love you.
Now that's power! Hey, shut your damn trap. Shut your trap, Chumley from Pawn Stars. Shut your damn trap. He has made videos with Charlie Sheen, well-known coke fiend. Makes it hard to defend himself, and also the jokes leading into it. It is entirely possible that this guy just is sort of unhinged and he has just so much energy. I have a lot of energy, but I feel very insecure and like small and weak, and I don't have a lot of self-esteem, and you know, I'm a very reclusive by nature person, but I'm crazy though. I just get insane. I do crazy shit all the time. You should see what gets cut out of these videos. And I'm not on drugs. Despite his claim of not using drugs, most people online continue to believe that he is definitely on drugs. Read the comments. They're all about drugs. The way he acts in the videos could be seen as someone who's whacked out on cocaine, but there's no definite proof aside from the powder on his nose that he puts there for a joke, I think. In the comments, I don't know. That's what people think though.
Finally, I can eat, guys. I'm at a big event right here, and I'm not eating this eggs. And there's a specific reason why I'm eating that stuff. So funny, they make me 2 eggs like this and 3 eggs like this.
At the end of the day, people are just trying to figure out why he changed so much physically and mentally. Did he have, maybe he came to Christ? I don't know. Another potential possibility for his mental changes could be the sense rotting his brain and his bizarre diet. In one video, Jeremy opens up by saying he hasn't eaten in over 36 hours.
Okay, time to eat this. I didn't eat for 36 hours. 36 hours I didn't eat, all right. This is my first bite, man. 36 hours I didn't eat yet. Let's do it.
It is a well-known fact that your brain does not function properly when it lacks glucose or the correct nutrients. And if you're regularly denying yourself food, it definitely puts a strain on your brain. That being said though, fasting does help certain people. Me, makes me crazy, turns me into a wild animal. I get hungry. I start taking nips out of stuff. I start taking bites. I might take a bite of you later, Petey. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten in 12 hours. Food? They know what food means. They know that word. They're so excited. Jeremy's change in behavior and physique could be a result of a new diet that involves fasting for long periods of time. That's been a huge trendy thing over the last couple of years. It would explain why his body has physically lost weight, or you visibly lost weight, and why his actions may be more twitchy and sporadic. Fasting could be a reason why. I doubt it. I don't think so. I don't think so at all, actually. I think that's a terrible reason, but some people say it. Another possibility is that his brain has been damaged by the overconsumption of fragrances. Numerous studies have detailed the damaging effects of fragrances over the past decade, and a study in 2016 titled Influence on Fragrances on Human Psychophysiological Activity with special reference to human electroencephalographic response opens its abstract by saying that fragrances contain harmful chemicals and that smell affects not only mood, stress, and working capacity, but also spontaneous brain activities and cognitive functions. It's almost like it's incredibly important, just like light. Light is so much more important than people understand. Like the lighting in your room that you spend a lot of time in. If it's just so unnatural, have some color, have some green, some blue, have some warm lighting. Experiment with oscillation, experiments with refresh rates. Get some good lighting, okay, guys? It's really important for the brain. And same goes with sound. Like, is way worse to listen to than. So be careful with music too. Just because you like it doesn't mean it's good for you. That same long-name study shows the same chemicals found in fragrances are known to cross the blood-brain barrier and reach brain receptors and just the central nervous system in general, which means that they have a lot of potential to do harm, potentially. I think I said that twice, but oh well. A different study from 2021 showed that there is a clear connection between certain smells and stressing out the brain. Based on these studies, a little bit of logic might say, over the past few years, Jeremy licking up, smelling so many fragrances, maybe they've caused damage in his brain, and it has culminated into these epic TikToks that we're watching. It's crazy. It gets really crazy. Jeremy is an enigma of a man. No one can fully explain his behavior. It is not possible. Nobody can do it, not even me. However, his unhinged behavior people haven't been so much focused on lately because he's found a new venture, and that's finding love. And this is the reason really that we're talking about Jeremy today. In this new arc, a lot more of Jeremy's personality has been revealed, and it is scary. I'm gonna be honest, it's a little bit scary, and it adds to the insanity of Mr. Fragrance and his overall aura. Jeremy is very lonely, unfortunately, and there are a lot of hot singles in his area that he really wants to talk to. Jeremy has stumbled upon the path and moved from having sex with fragrance bottles to wanting women in real life, and also dabbling a bit in the gay stuff a while ago during the dark times. He has a video explaining that.
I got into the gay community. I liked the attention, but I was not gay, and I still don't consider myself gay, but I had a lot of experience, and actually I do like the gay community. But it was a bit of a tragedy, and I did things that I did not like. Fast forward, I got bankrupt, people tried to do that with me, tried to do that. Bad stuff happened, but no life and death situation.
He's a changed man who needs companionship. There's nothing wrong with that. Am I right? Guys, Jeremy takes an interesting approach to this conundrum of finding a companion by having a girlfriend slash wife, girlfriend@jeremyfragrance.com email to get them to find candidates. He has an email address. What the? This is an email that Jeremy created to have women send in their applications to be his new partner. And he only had 2 qualifications. You have to be Christian and under 32 years of age. He's 35, by the way.
I'm looking for a girlfriend. You must be Christian and you must be under 32. I was thinking 35, but let's say under 32. And I've created a specific email called girlfriend@jeremyfragrance.com. So this is a serious inquiry from my side. I'm interested in a girlfriend. You must be Christian and you must be under 32 years old. It's girlfriend@jeremyfragrance.com.
If you are both of these things, you have a chance to hook up with the legend himself. Honestly, it's not too bad to have preferences, man. It's fine to have totally cool preferences. And those are not bad preferences. That's not horrible. He is looking for women younger than 32, but that's not like really young. That's over 30. That's not terrible. That's relatively good. That makes sense. And he wants someone who believes in the same things that he believes in. Perfectly reasonable. I gotta say though, I feel like these preferences probably should be tossed out the window, as some of his interactions with these girls have been interesting, to say the least. I mean, it's crazy. This is definitely gonna have a bad outcome eventually. Or maybe not, I don't know. I think this guy's immune to cancellation. Jeremy would apparently get over 4,000 emails from people. Who knows how many of them were actual girls, but he did get a lot of attention from them. And this has been a while, a couple months since he originally did this, and he's still looking. So I feel like a lot of the originals were not women. Eventually, over time, it moved off the email into his favorite app, Snapchat. And this is where problems start to arise. If you don't remember, guys, Snapchat is something you might have used in high school or middle school to stay in touch with your friends. But Jeremy Fragrance is a 35-year-old man using Snapchat to communicate with his fans, especially ones that he wants to turn into his wife and girlfriend. So very weird stuff going on here. Now, how would we know anything about this? Because this is an app that deletes messages. Despite the app's ability to keep things relatively secret, messages, photos, it hasn't worked in Jeremy's favor. People are just reaching out to him and recording it, and it is so insane. Apparently, Jeremy has added a lot of women on his Snapchat and has begun chatting with him. However, what we wouldn't expect is how forward this man is when it comes to talking to women and flirting. He begins by talking them up with his masterful words, which are smooth and succulent. He's got that fragrance riz. He asked one girl if she's still a virgin, which is quite an interesting way to start a conversation. Doesn't end there, guys. He also gives her such a sweet and kind compliment, calling her the woman with the intense teeth.
Hey, pretty woman with the intense teeth. I have a question to you, which I think I know the answer to. And if not, the answer is that, it's also okay. I write it to you and you can write me back. Is it possible that you are still a virgin?
Now, I'm no super smooth talker, but I'm going to probably assume that this is not the best way to get to someone's heart. It gets way worse, guys. So much worse. He likes to comment on how beautiful a woman is or how they talk and what it does to his body. In this case, he talks about how it makes him have physically a boner. All right, I'm just gonna say it. Physically a boner.
You are so sexy. I had a bit of a boner seeing you. If that is okay to tell you that in a private video like this.
He talks about how it makes him have physically a boner right now, man. He doesn't talk like that at all. He doesn't tell you physically a boner. My German accent doesn't work for Jeremy Fragrance. I'm physically having a boner.
I'm erected physically simply seeing you talk. And it's a bit early to say
What
that.
the
I am shocked by you. Your appearance is so beautiful.
He just can't help but put everything he has and is on display. He's just so in love with women, he can't fucking hide anything. I don't think you have to actually tell many different women at the same time that you have big boners. That's crazy, dude. We know. He's too honest.
You're so flirty. Just seeing your text makes me, if I can say so, erected.
He's got the macho, ancient German spirit in him, or whatever the hell. Anyway, these videos have continued to pop out, and more people have shared their experiences with Jeremy Fragrance and his unique usage of different flirting tactics. They get worse and worse and worse the further and further in time we go. I think it was too much work sending videos to each potential girlfriend, and texting was the best alternative. There are some wild, insane texts. They're even more forward, and they definitely don't pick up on any he doesn't pick up on any context clues at all. Clearly, English is not this guy's first language. I love how he talks about Christian Texas. Christian Texas, you're very hot, if huge boner.
You live in the Christian Texas, you're young, and you seem to have a nice job as well. That's so nice. I am impressed that you don't have a boyfriend yet.
Here's a girl talking to Jeremy saying that her mom is dead. What do you think the best thing to do is when someone does that? What is the best response? I would like to kiss you. Kiss you with tongue and grab your hair too. What a ladies man. Another strange thing is that he asks for pictures of their moms, these women's moms, and if their parents are still together, which is really interesting. He's got like a very conservative list of things that he wants. Like parents have to be together. Mom's gotta be hot. My guess is he's trying to avoid the divorce statistics of children of divorced parents. I don't really know. It's an intricate question to ask, though. The absolute funniest part of the whole text exchange is asking for pictures of their mothers, though. I mean, he wants to see what his new girlfriend's gonna look like when she gets old, because if the mom's hot in their 50s, he doesn't have to worry about his partner, because he's trying to settle down for a long time and he can't be with an ugly woman, of course. That would be, I don't know, lame. He's a genius, man. He is thinking 10 steps ahead. He's playing 4D chess with his future wife. This is incredible. I've never even thought about it like that. There is one alleged text conversation that is really weird. There's a bunch of screenshots of it, and it gets just worse and worse and worse. This conversation starts off rough with Jeremy talking about how he would take her to dinner and then would have her wearing a sexy dress. The girl responds with, "It's not gonna happen." And Jeremy does not have it. He states it will happen and that she will wear a pretty dress to show her boobs like she always shows. Now, I'm not sure that's a compliment or calling them out. I'm not sure what that is exactly. But he then states that before the food comes, he's going to take her away for 10 minutes to the restroom to kiss her and press her down. This is insane. There's not a worse way to flirt. This is terrible. She's not happy with it either. This is so weird. I assume there's some kind of insane like loss of translate. I don't know what's going on. This is terrible though. I don't know if we should be giving this guy the benefit of the doubt. It's funny. I can't help but feel like the woman's probably just with him. So it's like, you know, it's fine. It's not really like everybody knows that he's crazy. So I hope there's not, never mind. I'm not even gonna bring it up. I ain't even gonna bring that up in the world. But it looks bad. Be careful. He isn't done though in the text conversation. He continues saying he will do it if the setting is good. He also says her time is passing, saying she's going to be dried up one day, so she has to choose the best people for the future. No matter the location, the gym, restroom of a restaurant, a hotel, anywhere. He then turns the conversation around and tells her that there are so many fantastic people on the planet, going on about how everyone chooses their destination. She then asks him if he's drunk, and then he responds to her saying something, you guessed it, wild! He tells her to have fun in her life with people who will stagnate and have been for the past 3 years. What the f? The girl obviously is not that happy. I mean, who the f would be if you're told your life is not going to go anywhere if you don't get with Jeremy Fragrance? I feel like that's a step. That's a like walking into a horror movie or something. That has to be nightmarish. Imagine that guy all the time. He then responds with anger, saying, I see how that pisses you off because you know your clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. Like some kind of fucking supervillain. This is crazy. She then asks him what the fuck he's going on about, stating she's still young. Jeremy then restates, clock is ticking. And then he says, blow a man's dick now to get your validation back I took from you. Which is so insane. Bro, it makes sense. Am I the only one that thinks that this is exactly how Jeremy Fragrance would, like, none of this is surprising to me. It's so insane and it's crazy and it's like, whoa, that's wild. But also, of course, that's what he said. I don't think this guy follows the teachings of Jesus, to be honest. I don't remember any of that in the Bible. All right. Oh, wait, it was in Jeremy 69:420. I think he's probably more upset than her, though, to be honest, in this situation. He seems incredibly weird and insecure and controlling and bizarre and just an enigma. Don't reach out to this guy if you actually earnestly expect to be in a relationship or anything. Then he posted a few days ago this post talking about how men and women belong together. However, it seems talking to all those different girls was either terrible or maybe good for him. He's found someone, a girl who is willing to put up with some of his insanity.
1 million is a sexy fragrance.
He then has her rubbing his face after he licks her hand. I have no idea what the is going on to, but this is so awkward and there's a lot going on in the TikToks after this. What the fuck? The videos over the last few days have come to a boiling point. They make me feel sick a little bit. A lot of the comments are calling him out. They're disgusting and weird, stating, what teaching of Jesus is this? Because he's so adamant on following Jesus. He's so adamant on being the #1 fragrance influencer who follows the teachings of Jesus. But he has some random girl, it looks like you just met, sucking her and making her slap. I mean, this is so weird. The closest we get to seeing who this new mystery girl is just her legs. She sprays cologne on them and then he rubs his face all. I don't think I can show. It's like some kind of weird animal. I probably can't show any of this. She seems uncomfortable. It's very odd. Very, very, very strange. There's cologne on her legs, which is weird and probably not good for her legs. And he's performing some kind of strange mating ritual. It seems like he's found a girl, maybe. He and he alone has found a beautiful woman to, you know, no more girls who won't send any nudes to him. Gone are the girls that he has to harass via text in regard to sexual favors. Gone are the ones who play hard to get. He posted a video on TikTok saying, the secret woman in my videos, she is better than about 35,000 women that wrote me. I'm going to assume, by the way, that he means 35,000, not 35 with 3 decimal points. That'd be weird. So he claims that 35,000 women wrote him. Is that real? Is that really? I don't believe this. I think we're living in a simulation if that's true. There's no way. Maybe they did as a joke. Maybe they did as a joke. A lot of them did it as a joke, and that's funny, right? That's kind of funny and quirky, and I like it. You know, that's funny. Also, out of the blue, while filming this video, Jeremy posted an edit to his TikTok that has all the stuff we just talked about, but in a small compilation. It's all about the texts and videos girls recorded and screenshotted of him flirting with them. He's mogging. He's mogging, and he has rizzing skills. You literally cannot make this up, guys. We got it. In case he deletes this, we got it. What the is this video? This is crazy. This man needs to be stopped. How is that even possible? All in all, Jeremy seems to have found love, and I hope that the gaseous fumes emitting from the fragrance he consumes don't continue to rot his brain even more and more. And I hope things work out for him, and I hope he, you know, gets out of the dating pool, because that would be good. That would be really good. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video on Jeremy Fragrance. If you enjoyed, press the like button down below. Let me know what else you want to see me cover. Go to sour.gg, buy some candy, use code POWER with 3 R's for 20% off. Join the Gump Club for an uncensored version of this video, some cool shit with Sour Boys, etc.